Phase 2 is ontology, the backbone of everything downstream. The ontology is what separates Foundry from a traditional data warehouse. Instead of querying tables with SQL, you work with objects that have types, properties, links to other objects, and actions you can take on them. Think of it as a semantic layer that makes your data meaningful to both humans and AI. We will create 4 object types, 4 link types, and 3 actions in this phase. In the left sidebar, search for Ontology Manager and open it. This is a central hub for defining your data model. Take a moment to explore the interface. The left panel lists object types, and the main area shows properties and links, and the top toolbar has buttons for creating new types and merging branches. Click New, then Object Type to launch the 4-step creation wizard. The wizard will guide you through selecting a data source, setting metadata, configuring properties, and defining default actions. This is the same wizard we used in Lesson 5 and 6, but now you're doing it in the context of a real project with real data relationships. Let us walk through it for the first object type, CapstoneProperty. In the first step of the wizard, click Browse and navigate to your raw folder. Select the properties dataset. Foundry will scan the dataset schema and auto-detect all columns. You will see a preview of the data at the bottom of the panel. Make sure the correct dataset is selected. If you accidentally pick the wrong one, the primary key and property mappings will not work. The data source is the physical backing of your object type. Every object instance corresponds to one row in this dataset. In the metadata step, set the API name to CapstoneProperty and the plural form to CapstoneProperties. The display name can be more human-readable if you like, but the API name is what you will reference in code, actions, and workshop configurations. Use the capstone prefix consistently across all 4 object types to keep them organized and avoid conflicts with other bootcamp participants working in the same sandbox. In the properties step, Foundry auto-maps all columns from your dataset. Set property ID as the primary key. This must be unique for every row. Set street address as the title property. This is what appears when objects are displayed in lists, search results, and link previews. Review the auto-detected data types. Make sure numeric fields like year built and building square footage are typed as integers, not strings. You can rename properties here for clarity, but underlying column mapping stays the same. This is the full wizard view showing all 4 steps laid out. Notice how the progress bar on the left shows which step you're on. The wizard is designed to be completed in order. Data source first, then metadata, then properties, then actions. If you need to go back and change something, you can click any completed step. The important thing is to get the primary key and the title right. Those are hard to change later without rebuilding downstream dependencies. In the action step, Foundry offers 3 default actions: create, modify, and delete. Keep all 3 enabled for now. These auto-generated actions let you create new objects, updating existing ones, and remove objects directly from Workshop or OSDK. Later, we will build custom actions like Assign Technician that encapsulate specific business logic, but the defaults give you basic CRUD capabilities right away, which is useful for testing and data correction. Click Save to Branch. Foundry uses a branching model similar to Git. Your changes are saved to a feature branch and do not affect the main ontology until you merge. This is important in a shared sandbox because it prevents your work in progress from breaking other users' applications. You will see a notification confirming the save. Do not merge yet. we need to create all 4 object types and their links before merging everything together. Repeat the same 4-step wizard for the remaining 3 object types. CapstoneTenant, backed by the tenants dataset with primary key tenant ID and title set to a combination of first name and last name. CapstoneTechnician, backed by technicians with primary key technician ID and title set to technician first name. CapstoneMaintenanceJob, backed by your enriched maintenance jobs pipeline output with primary key job ID and title set to job ID. Save each one to the same branch. The enriched dataset is critical for CapstoneMaintenanceJob because it contains the join column we need. Now create 4 link types that connect your object types. Links define the relationships. CapstoneTenant to CapstoneProperty, tenant lives in property. CapstoneMaintenanceJob to CapstoneProperty, job is at property. CapstoneMaintenanceJob to CapstoneTenant, job was requested by tenant. And CapstoneMaintenanceJob to CapstoneTechnician, job is assigned to technician. Each link is defined by a foreign key column in the source dataset. Links are what makes the ontology a graph rather than a collection of flat tables. When configuring each link, place the foreign key holder on the left side. For example, CapstoneMaintenanceJob holds property ID, so it goes on the left, and CapstoneProperty goes on the right. Set the cardinality to many to one. Many jobs can belong to one property. The direction matters because it determines how traversals work in Workshop and OSDK. Getting this right means that when you click a property, you can traverse to find all its jobs, and when you look at a job, you can traverse to find its property. In the Ontology Manager sidebar, expand the links section under each object type. CapstoneMaintenanceJob should show 3 outgoing links to CapstoneProperty, CapstoneTenant, and CapstoneTechnician. CapstoneProperty should show incoming links from jobs and tenants. Verify that each link has the correct foreign key mapping and cardinality. This cross-checking ensures that your graph is fully connected and that Workshop traversals will work correctly when we build the dashboard in Phase 3. Now create a custom action called CapstoneAssignTechnician using the Action Wizard. Step 1. Select CapstoneMaintenanceJob as the target object type. Step 2. Map 2 properties. Technician ID as the parameter input and status as a static value scheduled. Step 3. Set the metadata. Name it CapstoneAssignTechnician with description assigns a technician to a maintenance job and sets status to scheduled. Step 4. Configure submission criteria with organization level permissions. This action encapsulates the business process of assigning a technician, and it will be used by Workshop buttons, AIP agents, and automate rules. Click Merge Branch in the top toolbar. Foundry will show you a summary of all changes, 4 new object types, 4 link types, and 3 actions. Select Build Modified Resources Only. This tells Foundry to index only the resources you changed rather than rebuilding everything. Click Merge and wait for the build to complete. The indexing step can take a few minutes depending on dataset size. Watch for green check marks on each resource. If any resource shows a red error, click into it to see the error message and fix the issue. After merging, open Object Explorer to verify your ontology is live. Object Explorer is the interactive interface where you can browse, search, and inspect all object instances. Search for Capstone in the type filter to see only your object types. you should see 4 types listed with their instance counts. This is the moment of truth. If Object Explorer shows your types with the correct counts, your ontology is working. If a type is missing, go back to Ontology Manager and check if the merge completely successfully. Click through each object type and verify the counts. CapstoneProperty should show 35 objects, CapstoneTenant 40, CapstoneTechnician 12, and CapstoneMaintenanceJob 50. These numbers should match your original CSV row counts exactly. If the maintenance job count is different from 50, check whether your enriched pipeline output had the correct number of rows. A bad join can drop or duplicate rows. Write down these numbers. You will reference them again when testing the dashboard and the OSDK portal. Click into any CapstoneProperty object, say the one at 123 Main Street. Navigate to the Links tab. You should see connected CapstoneTenant objects and connected CapstoneMaintenanceJob objects. Click a job to verify it links back to the same property and also links to a tenant and optionally a technician. This bidirectional verification confirms that your link types are correctly configured. Phase 2 is complete. You now have a fully connected ontology graph.